Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Sicario Media. Today, I bring something out that I've had for a while. People here locally know I have this car, but I haven't really introduced it to you guys. We've mentioned it a couple times in the videos and kind of hinted that it was something else, but we never really showed you. So while he figures out his fuel situation and his whole wiring harness situation over there, today's not about him. Today's actually about my hatch. This is a EG hatch, CX model. It's powered by a F20B with a turbo on it. It's sitting sideways right now because I actually went and cracked the case on the transmission when I was doing some testing. So I have a new transmission here. This is a transmission out of S.A.R type S, well, spec S, from Japan. We picked this up a couple days ago, and I went and, obviously, like I can't keep leaving anything alone, so I went ahead and painted it, cleaned it up, kind of to match how everything is here. So that's why this motor is slanted and kind of leaning over there. So today's pretty much episode would be me putting this in here and going ahead and getting this fired up. So you guys are gonna go ahead and hear this by the end of this episode. So definitely stay around, stay tuned. I think you guys are definitely gonna like the way, you guys are gonna like this hatch. I'm not gonna go ahead and speak too much on it right now because basically I just wanna go ahead and do an install video, introduce the hatch, and then what I'll go ahead and do, I'm thinking about just maybe making a whole just video on itself and going through the whole car and speaking on all the mods it has, the power it's making, the fuel, everything like that, what it's tuned on. If you guys want to know the tuner, we'll talk about that. But I don't know, I'm pretty hyped. I want to go ahead and get this transmission in. It's been a while since I had it, and I think it's been long overdue. It's been something I kind of pushed on the back burner and kind of left it alone, but it's time to go ahead and make sure I get my race car out and get out here. Yeah. Ah. Okay. Hey! I got it. You good, bro?
Yeah, look, it came in.
Woo! I'm running a competition clutch twin disc in here, so definitely should be able to hold the power I'm trying to do, and then actually hold the power I'm at right now. So just kind of give you a peek of what I have there. Shout out to O&J Performance. They actually were the one that hooked me up with this twin disc, so shout out to them. They've been helping us out for a while already now. So
I know where it goes.
here, one right there, and then one right here.
This one? You sure this one's also?
No.
I literally just had the nut.
You got it right here. You left it on the third bolt.
Oh, see?
That's why we're like, why the fuck you left it on the third bolt?
Yeah, so let's get this on here.
I think we gotta get this mount put on, and then we'll be able to put the other shit on.
Can we do that?
Deep down there, there's a coil actually working.
You just popped in my face. Alright, so
Let's get the T-bracket on there, come on.
It's not gonna fit, bro.
it's not. I don't have the space.
Yeah.
Because I gotta get in that metal notch on the block, right?
Yeah.
But I can't get it because the fucking motor mount location,
It's angled.
it's pressed up on the subframe right
You
now.
need to pull the motor forward?
Yeah, motor's gotta go up.
Alright. It is the next day. Last thing you've seen, we were working on this mount. The new mount is in. I gotta clean that up, but the new mount is in. I have my K-Tune race cables hooked up. So Everything's all pretty much in there. Like, I can go through the gears. All right, so my cables are in. It goes through every single gear. My main reason I took this transmission out is because I was having an issue getting into third. I mean, I can make a video once I get my other transmission back and kind of show you what the issue was. But basically, the slider for third gear was kind of toast. Third gear was messed up and fourth gear was messed up. So I have this new transmission that I went and got from JDM Orlando. It's out. It's a Prelude, Type S, Spec S, S.A.R, whatever extra, whatever they call it. But pretty much a JDM Prelude transmission, stock. It's LSD. I do have an M Factory LSD in my other transmission, but what I'm gonna go ahead and do is just to kind of learn the car and get used to everything. I'm gonna go ahead and just run it with the stock JDM transmission with the LSD. And then later on, I'll go ahead and just maybe swap the M Factory in there once I have the built motor and everything in the car. But that's later on. Right now, I just want to go ahead and get out here, have fun with the car, learn the car, and go from there. And I mean, I'll talk about it later. And also, I mean, I can make a video on what's the goals and everything. But for right now, this kind of has a hacked harness. And I'm cleaning it up. That's why I have some of these zip ties here. I'm going to go ahead and cut those ends off. But I want to go ahead and just kind of clean everything up, get any ends that are not, you know, they're kind of exposed, cleaned up, cut, or taped off, or whatever I need to do with them. So it's not like a fire hazard. So I'm going to go ahead and get to that. Basically, to start this car, all I have to do is I have to swap the TPS. This was actually one of my biggest issues when I went to the track. This motor, it cracked the case on the back as well. Actually, that was like the reason why I took the transmission out. The car cracked the case, and I needed to get a new case. Couldn't find the transmission, so I just went, screw it. I just bought that new JDM one. But so when that cracked the case, the motor slammed back, and it broke the TPS. It ripped it out. So I need to go ahead and get this throttle body off, head over to Advanced, get another one, and get that one thrown on and calibrated so that we can go ahead and get closer to firing this thing up. Once I do that, I'll go ahead and put the radiator coolant back in it and put this pipe on there. And pretty much that should be it. But yeah, let me go ahead and continue working and finish. I need to go ahead and throw my injectors back in it. I run E85 in this car, and it sat for, I would say, probably about 2 months, 2-3 months. So I went and took these over to ONJ. They went and cleaned them up for me. When I took them up there, they actually said I didn't even need to clean them. They were, you know, spraying fine and everything like that. But I don't know. I'm kind of paranoid when it comes to stuff like that. So I just went ahead and did it. It's always good to be safe than sorry. So especially since it's a stock block, I'm trying to keep everything as healthy as possible. I wanted to get the fuel it needs. Everything needs to be perfect. So I stay on top of this little maintenance and everything like that. That's key. So
What's up, guys? We're here today putting in work on the Phoenix, getting her ready, back on the road. We got a new transmission in. And we're going for
So basically where I left off earlier, I put in the injectors. All the injectors are in. All the coolant hoses are on. I did it because I can't leave it alone, obviously. I polished up the radiator a little bit, some of the catch cans on there. The wiring is hacked on this car thanks to
last owner.
You point at yourself because you were the last owner. But I went and tried to clean up some of that. This is on, and then basically the last thing left is putting coolant in it and putting the throttle body back on with the new TPS, which we're waiting on the mad scientist to come outside and do that because he does his little magic with the calibration thing and fucking the numbers and the pandas and all the crazy shit. So once he comes out, basically we can go ahead and try to turn it over and fire it up because everything's in there. Oh, we gotta put fluid in the transmission.
Oh. Good thing you remember that.
So we're gonna be running Redline MT90 in there. You can show that. I used to run Torco what is it, MTF? What
Yeah,
was
with
it?
MTF
Easy.
Torco.
I mean, pretty much
MTF.
what you told me to run.
Whatever Syncotech said.
So we're experimenting now, and we're gonna go use the MT90, but we'll see how that goes.
Now we got the guy from Six Sideways here.
Six Sideways Tech.
Putting in new brackets because the intercooler was
They've been ghetto rigged.
kind of lopsided. We're not gonna say anything. We're not gonna say anything, but like the brackets on the bottom weren't even on. FYI, I didn't hack up the harness. I paid someone to do the harness, and I got
Paid someone to hack the harness.
effed over. It was a custom tuck that ended up just all under my carpet. And I mean, as long as he doesn't shake his fuel injector plugs, he'll have all 4 cylinders running.
They were redone by my tuner. So.
We're good.
Put the new injectors in. Shout out fucking Carlos.
Yeah, Carlos tuning. I give him props. Give him props. Met the guy once. Seems pretty cool.
Make some power.
Seems pretty cool, dude. We're gonna have to send it back here anyways. Back to Carlos. We have a little changes we have to do to the boost by gear and drop down the 2-step like a couple thousand, maybe 2,500.
I'm not trying to break the case again.
Carlos, don't do this again.
6,700.
Yeah, Pro Mod status.
That's a Pro Mod.
SFWD status right here, 13 by 10s while we're on 225s.
Mickey Thompson, boy.
ETs.
So, we're getting there.
It'll be on tonight.
Let me see if I go ahead and drag Mark out here so we can go ahead and get it fired up. And
It'll be
I
on
definitely
tonight.
promise to go ahead and make sure it's fired up. Maybe we can even get a whole drive
Little
around the
spin.
block type thing and go explore.
Yeah, it'll be on tonight for sure.
Are you talking to yourself?
The trick is to keep it slanted.
This is the
and
Jimmy
it
Oaks
won't-
No Funnel Challenge.
And it won't fucking bubble and shoot everywhere.
Jimmy
Not a
Oaks No Funnel
single
Challenge.
fucking corner.
You got 2 technicians. That's when shit comes together.
Tech 2.
Tech 1, Tech 2.
1.5. Mark just finished calibrating the TPS. So putting that on, get it bolted down, the intercooler pipe back on,
You
and
get your Modelo.
he's had too many Modelos,
I
so
had one Modelo.
and you're useless. So we're gonna put the car down on the ground and get the tranny fluid in, and we're gonna go ahead and start it up. Starting again. What the fuck? That's gonna go ahead and end it for this video. You've seen the hatches running, sounds good. Now we gotta kind of just button up a couple little things here and there, but big shout out to fucking down the line Poste. You know, my technician helping me out. We got, hold on. Mark, the mad
I
scientist.
don't do anything no more.
For like the shop foreman, you're just kind of sitting around.
I mean, I got it.
He's on his 3rd Modelo, so he's useless right now.
Bottom half together, but that's cool. Hey, shout out
Hold
to
on,
Alexi.
I had to go ahead and retighten the bolts on the top of the trans. I did, and then we got Landon over here, and also
Shout out to Alexi.
shout out to Alexi. He hooked us up with the pigtail for the TPS that we need, and then the T-bracket bolts. He gave us every single bolt that we need for the motor and transmission. I mean, the bracket and the transmission. So we didn't even have to like piece anything or buy anything. So big thanks to what, JKR Tuning? Is that what it's called? So hopefully we'll be doing some videos with them and getting some track content and getting everything done with this. So we're gonna go ahead and close it out and go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and Mark, tell them peace.
Have a great night, man. Peace.